KONDOSAN.
Once upon a time, 3 little goats were camping. Athlete, genius, and stylish.
I'm so happy. It's a gorgeous day, nice breeze, sunshine, and crystal clear water. There are delicious and sweet strawberries on that island. I'll go there and get some for breakfast.
Are you going to be able to gather enough all by yourself?
Sure I can.
I bet you can't.
Yes, I can.
Do you want to bet?
Okay, what kind of bet?
We all go to the island, and the one who collects the most strawberries wins.
What's the prize?
Let's see. I've got it. The winner can take the eggs I brought.
Did someone say X?
You're on. The one with the most strawberries wins the eggs.
Wait! Genius and I are paired up. Athlete, you'll be by yourself.
Kids! It seems I can help you to solve that problem.
Where did you come from?
Just was passing by. How about you two against Athlete and me? The winner takes all the eggs.
What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Let the race begin!
The little goats and the wolf got in the canoes and started paddling. The goats were doing their best, but then the wolf...
Wolf, what are you doing?
I'm helping you win the race.
Stop playing around here and come here. Look, they're getting ahead of us.
It's not as easy as you thought. The eggs will be mine.
Athlete goat arrived at the island. She looked back to see where her siblings were. And saw they were clinging onto a rock.
Come on, let's collect the strawberries. Hey, where are you going? The strawberries are this way. Hey, come back.
Athlete quickly went back to the lake and saved her siblings.
I'm sorry. I never thought Wolf could do something like this.
It wasn't your fault, sister. Don't feel bad.
We won! 1 against 0. Where are my eggs?
You won by cheating. That doesn't count.
Why do you want the eggs when there are so many strawberries here?
Why? Because I will eat them.
You'll eat them?
You're free to take the eggs.
These are toys. I can eat them. You tricked me. I'm hungry. Don't talk to me ever. I don't even like strawberries.
Kondosan.
Once upon a time, Athlete Goat went camping in the mountains. She wanted to climb higher than usual. The weather was perfect for climbing. Athlete Goat had all her climbing gear ready. She knew it was time to start her ascent. As Athlete Goat started climbing, she didn't notice a pair of eyes peering from afar.
You little brat! How dare you climb higher than anybody else? I will climb much faster than you do, and once I get to the top, I'll plant my flag there. Hey you! Hey kiddo! You think you can climb higher than anyone else?
Batwolf, what are you doing here? Get down or you will fall. You can't climb with those slippers. Don't.
Don't be silly. If you can climb, I can too.
He started climbing, but he ignored the goat's advice. He wasn't wearing appropriate climbing shoes.
This is so easy. Can't you see? I can do it.
Wolf, even though you're evil and wicked, I don't want you to get hurt. Listen to me. If you're not an athlete like me, then...
Blah, blah, blah. I can't hear you.
The wolf thought that if anyone should reach the top, it should be him. He was so eager to reach the mountaintop that he wasn't careful. He lost footing and started falling. Athlete Goat reacted quickly and caught the rope before it snapped.
Help! 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 Help me! Athlete Goat!
I'm holding the rope. Don't be scared, wicked wolf. Start climbing. I'll pull you up.
Okay. Pull me up. I'm scared.
Be careful. The summit is very narrow and you might fall.
You fool! I've made it! I've made it to the top before anyone else! Yippee! Ah!
Athlete Goat made it to the top and planted her flag.
Save me! Save me! My favorite slippers are gone.
You did it again, wicked wolf. You'll never learn. Wait for me. I'll save you. Kondosan.
Once upon a time, there lived an old miller and his retired donkey that had been with him for years. The miller would make flour from the corn that his faithful donkey carried for him from the fields. The old miller's donkey aged over time. He was unable to carry the corn to the mill, but the miller still needed a strong, powerful, and a young donkey. Although it made him very upset, he knew that it was time to part from this donkey that had served him all this time.
You are very old now, and my loads are heavy. Look at how you struggle as you carry the corn to the mill. Unfortunately, I must set you free now. I need a young donkey to help me instead. But, in my opinion, there's no need to be upset. You always said that you have a great voice, and that you wanted to be a part of a band. Here's your opportunity. After tomorrow, you can follow your dreams.
That night, the donkey rested and dreamed joyfully in his stall. He was pleased that he had never upset his owner, but was also a little upset to be leaving him. Feeling satisfied at having completed his duties, he fell into a deep sleep. The next day, he headed towards the city of Bremen. After walking for some time, he saw a crying old dog in the garden of a house.
What's up, brother dog? Tell me, why are you crying?
Why shouldn't I cry? All my food is gone. My owner went to town for an important job and still hasn't come back. Seems that he's not coming back for some time. He sent news for me to take care of myself, but at this age, where can I find bones? What will I do now?
I'm very sad for you, but there's no need to cry. I think this is a chance for you to start a new life.
What do you mean?
I'm in the same boat as you, so I'm starting my new life. I'm going to Bremen. I'm going to set up a band. If you like, you can play drums in my band.
The doggy accepted the donkey's proposal happily, so they hit the road together. Not much time had passed when they came across an old grumpy cat in another garden by the corner of a garden door. When they saw her like this, out of curiosity, they asked her,
Hey, Sister Cat, what's happened to you? Why are you frowning?
Meow. Oh, I was such a happy cat. I used to run in the garden and climb trees. Mice used to be terrified of me. But now I am so old. All I want to do is curl up and sleep on a pillow. Mice jump, 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 jump around me, and they don't care about me at all. This reason, my owner told me that he was going to get a new and younger cat.
I've got it! Join us and come to Bremen with us. We were in the same situation as you, but now we are headed towards a new direction to set up a band. Wouldn't you like to change your life too?
Of course I would. And my claws still work. I can play the guitar very well.
The three of them set off on the road again. Not much time had passed when they came across a rooster that sat on top of a fence by a farm. The rooster looked quite sad.
Hi, Rooster. How are you? I'm so sad. Even though I love to sing, I've gotten very old, so I can't wake my owners up early in the morning. I'm always late. They don't even take me into the coop anymore. You are just the friend we are looking for. We're setting off on the road to start a new life being in a band. We don't have a lead singer yet. Would you like to be one? Come with us to Bremen. Start your new life.
The rooster accepted their offer with joy and joined the group. They continued on their way. They walked and walked and walked for a long while. It started to get dark, and they were very tired. They decided to rest under a tree. The rooster and the cat climbed to the top of the tree. The dog and the donkey lay under it. Because they were very hungry, they couldn't get any sleep. Just as they were thinking how they were going to spend the night in a place they didn't know at all.
I see a house ahead. I can see Les coming from the window. They must have food. I think we can fill our bellies and rest there. Let's go!
They ran all the way to the house. The donkey leaned his head towards the window and described to his friends what he saw.
Yeah, it was a nice job.
It looks like there are 3 bandits inside, and they have guns. There's lots of food on the table. What's more, they have money and jewels.
The donkey started to come up with a plan.
If we want to go in the house and fill our bellies, we're gonna need to scare off the bandits. Okay, I got it. Here is the plan. Brother Dog, you get onto my back. Sister Cat, you on top of the dog. And Rooster, you climb on top of all of us. I'll count until 3. And on 3, we are all going to shout at the same time, okay? 1, 2, 3.
All shouting at the same time, they started making some strange sounds. The bandits, who heard these loud screams from outside, were terrified. So they ran out and left, leaving everything behind. Excited that their plan had been successful, the 4 friends went inside.
Whoa! There's wonderful food here!
Look, they even have liver and milk.
Can you see how large that steak is?
All the corn is mine, Uncle Dibs!
They sat together around the table and ate to their heart's content. Having filled their bellies, sleepiness took a hold of them all. So they turned off the lights and fell into a sweet slumber. Spying on the house from outside, the bandits wanted to go in the house again to find out what was going on. They chose one from the group to go and check the house.
One of us has to look around the house. Go and look inside and then let us know.
Why do I always have to go and look?
Because you're the most clever and bravest out of all of us.
Really? Is that true?
Yes, of course. Come on, go! Ha 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 ha, Dork, you believed us.
The bandit that went to the house opened the door and sneaked inside. In the dark, the bandit thought that the cat's eyes were fire. Since it was freezing outside, as he reached in to warm himself, the cat took this opportunity and pounced straight on the bandit's head, scratching him and beating him down. As the bandit tried to escape with his life, the dog, lying by the door, bit the bandit's leg. The donkey, who had been watching everything until now, gave the bandit a good old kick. At this point, the rooster kept on crowing and crowing.
Run! Run! Don't ever go into that house again. It's too dangerous for us now. There are awful creatures inside. While I was running away, I heard one of them shout, "Quick, catch him!"
Let's run! Let's run! Let's run!
This way, The four friends ended up having a new home and money. They went to Bremen often to give concerts. The townspeople got to know them and loved them very much. The donkey played harmonica, the dog drums, the cat played the guitar, and the rooster was the lead singer. The four friends lived happily together and carried out their dreams to the very end of their lives.
Kondosan.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived the Darling family. Their oldest child was Wendy, and their sons were John and Michael. One night, their parents went out for a stroll in town. The children, who were home alone, had a great time playing games together. When they got tired and sleepy, their sister started telling them the story about Peter Pan.
Once upon a time, in far, faraway secret lands, there lived a child called Peter Pan.
They all fell asleep. Later on, Wendy woke up to a sound coming from the window. And what did she see? There was a child and a flying fairy in front of her. They were sitting on the windowsill, laughing at her.
Good evening! My name is Peter Pan. I'm the hero of the story you told your brothers. Even though you missed a few details, it was still a wonderful story.
And my name is Tinkerbell, but you can also call me Rattle. You can use whichever one you prefer. As you can see, I'm a little fairy girl.
Wow! So you're real! I'm very pleased to meet you.
Of course we're real, but we live in the secret country.
We're very close friends with Peter Pan. We've known each other for a long time. I have an idea. Peter Pan, let's take the children and go back to our country. What do you say?
Oh, what an adventure it would be! I love adventures. But you can fly, and us? Well, we don't have wings, and we can't fly.
Don't worry about that. Once I sprinkle some fairy dust on you, you'll be able to fly just like us. Wendy, who wanted to go on this adventure, woke her brothers up right away. John and Michael, who saw Peter Pan before them, were incredibly surprised.
Yes, I was also shocked when I saw them, kids. But Peter Pan and Tinkerbell from the story are real, and they are inviting us to their secret country.
What? A secret country? Where is it hidden? How can we get there? We have to go.
Let's go, sis. Please, please.
Come on, let's go. Wendy accepted joyfully. The minute Tinkerbell sprinkled fairy dust on the kids, they started hovering in the air. Shocked, all together they started flying out the window.
Woohoo! Cool!
Look, John, we're flying.
Come on, we have a long way to go. After a long journey, they arrived at the secret country. In this country lived wild animals, Indians, fairies, and lost children. But also very dangerous pirates. The head of the pirates was Captain Hook. Captain Hook was Peter Pan's greatest enemy. The reason for this animosity was because of something that happened in the past. One day, Captain Hook had captured the princess of the Indians.
Huh?
In order to save this princess, Peter Pan fought Captain Hook. He cut one of his hands with a sword, and his hand fell into the sea. A crocodile ate it along with his wristwatch. Now the crocodile swam around making a tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock sound. So the crocodile was called Tick-Tock. To replace his missing hand, they replaced it with a hook, and that's how he became known as Captain Hook. Peter Pan and the children went to Peter Pan's house without being seen by Captain Hook. The captain always spied on everyone in the secret country using his telescope, so they were careful and hid on the way. There were exactly 3 lost children in Peter Pan's home. They were also children that had been captured by Captain Hook and saved by Peter Pan. Right away they surrounded Wendy.
Welcome! So does this mean that we're going to eat delicious food every day?
Do I have to do all the cooking just because I'm a girl?
But we...
Never mind. You're lucky I like cooking. Of course I'll do it. And I'll also tell you stories at night before you go to sleep.
Hooray!
Yippee! The children hugged Wendy happily. Wendy acted like their mother. She cooked delicious food, baked cakes, and told them stories before bedtime. They became really good friends with Peter Pan. They walked together in the forest and got to know each other better. But Tinker Bell was not so happy about this new friendship. She thought that Peter Pan had forgotten her and that he was neglecting her, so she was starting to get sick of Wendy. Wendy must go back home. Peter Pan is my friend. I'm the one that found him in the Lost Forest and brought him to our secret country. Now he spends time with Wendy instead of me. I need to find a solution to this. However, Wendy had no idea about this. Her only thought was to help everyone in the secret country. One day, while Peter Pan and Wendy were chatting, sitting on a rock in the secret country, Captain Hook was spying on them with his telescope.
Right there, it's Peter Pan, quick!
Everyone ran around the ship, firing, trying to shoot Peter Pan.
You idiots! Ah! Not me, you need to shoot Peter Pan!
Tinkerbell, take Wendy somewhere safe. I'm going to the pirate ship. This time it'll be your end, Mr. Hook.
Come on, Wendy, quick! Tinkerbell immediately made a plan and left Wendy on top of a cloud. She then went straight down next to the children. Hey kids, Peter Pan said there was a large bird on top of the clouds and that we should shoot it. At once, the children took their bows and shot their arrows towards the clouds. Meanwhile, Peter Pan was dealing with Captain Hook on the deck of the ship.
You want a hook on your other arm, Captain? If you have the courage, we should sword fight. I'm waiting for you on the beach. You'll come if you're not scared.
Peter Pan flew off to the beach and the ship approached the shore. Finally, these two enemies started to sword fight. A little while later, Captain Hook heard a familiar sound from behind him. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The minute he heard the sound, he turned around in panic and saw Tick-tock coming towards him. Throwing his sword into the air, he ran as fast as he could onto the ship.
Mummy! Mummy!
Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha!
Peter Pan laughed loudly at Captain Hook. All of a sudden, he thought of Wendy. He went straight to Wendy to see how she was doing. And to his terrifying surprise, he found Wendy lying on the floor with an arrow in her chest. Peter Pan was very upset and also completely terrified. He thought that it was his fault of what had happened to Wendy.
Tinkerbell, kids, what's happened here?
Tinkerbell told us to shoot the bird in the clouds. She said that you had asked us to. So we shot at the clouds. But it wasn't the bird, it was Wendy.
All the kids were very sad and were crying.
Tinkerbell, you lied to us.
Peter Pan bent over and took the arrow out of her chest.
But there's no blood on this arrow.
The arrow had hit the button of Wendy's vest and hadn't pierced her chest. Peter Pan suddenly realized that she had only fainted from the shock of the impact and had fallen to the ground.
Wendy! Wendy! Come on, wake up!
Wendy, who had opened her eyes and stood up, made everyone happy. All of them hugged her with joy. They all returned home together. Tinkerbell was watching everything that was going on from the top of the fairy tree. She was so ashamed at what she had done. She went to Peter Pan's house and apologized from everyone.
I'm so sorry. I apologize from all of you, especially from you, Wendy. Will you be able to forgive me? I did it because I got jealous of your friendship. I'm so ashamed.
I owe you my life, Tinker. No one can ever take your place. We'll always be together, but what you have done is very wrong. Tonight, I want you to go to the fairy tree and think about what you've done.
Wendy forgave Tinkerbell. But since Peter Pan had told her to leave, Tinkerbell returned to the fairy tree.
Everyone is really tired today. Come on, kids, time to sleep. But first, time for a story.
Wendy told the children the story about 3 children who went to a secret country. She was telling them the story about themselves. Her brothers wanted to go back home. They really missed their mother and father. Wendy called out to the lost children.
We're going to go back home. Would you like to come with us too?
Come with you? To your real home? Hooray!
I can't believe it. We're going to have a real home.
Peter, why don't you come with us too? You can live with us if you like.
No way! One day you're all going to grow up and get old. But me, I want to stay as a child forever.
The next day, Tinkerbell sprinkled fairy dust on everyone. Just as Wendy and the children started to fly, Captain Hook, who had been spying on them with his telescope, managed to capture them. Watching everything that was going on, Tinkerbell immediately went to Peter Pan and told him what had happened.
Peter Pan, hurry! Everyone's been captured. Save them!
What? Our friends have been captured? Enough of this, Captain. Your end has come. This time, I'm going to make you crock food.
At once, he flew onto the ship. Seeing Peter Pan, the children yelled joyfully.
It's Peter Pan! Hooray!
We're saved!
The captain immediately attacked Peter Pan with a sword. They both started sword fighting again. They fought for a long time, and suddenly Peter Pan heard tick-tock sound again. Not wanting to miss this opportunity, with all his strength, he struck the captain and pushed him into the sea. Seeing that Captain Hook had fallen into the sea, Tick-Tock quickly swam towards him. All of Hook's men, who realized that they had lost, also jumped into the sea.
Mummy! Mummy! You treacherous captain, run away! You now know what it means to capture my friends.
Now everyone in the secret country was free from the pirates. Now they also had a ship. Peter Pan immediately untied and freed the children. They celebrated this victory by touring around with the ship. Peter Pan was now captain.
Yes, it's time to go home now.
I will make sure you all get home safely.
Hooray!
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 Hooray! Thank you so much for everything, Peter Pan. I will never forget you.
I won't forget you either, Wendy. Please understand me. I can't live there.
Peter Pan was actually very sad that he was going to part from Wendy and the children. It was good that Tinker Bell was always going to be with him.
Can we come visit you, Wendy?
Of course, whenever you want, Tinker.
They parted hugging one another. For the last time, they all flew home, and their family greeted them happily.
Wendy, John, Michael, we've missed you. Where have you been? Who are these 3 children?
They are the lost children, Mother. We've just come back from the secret country together.
Secret country? Wendy told her family everything that had happened to them. Her mother and father were shocked but incredibly happy to be reunited with their children again. As Wendy looked out of the window, Peter Pan and Tinker Bell were already long gone. They had disappeared. Wendy was still waving.
Peter Pan, until we meet with you again.